Okay, so we're diving into this whole new digital economy thing. And it's kind of crazy how it's not just about tech anymore, you know? It's really like reinventing how we work, how we learn, even like buying and selling stuff. And honestly, the ways to make money now didn't even exist a few years ago. It's wild.
Yeah, it's true. What's so interesting to me is it's not just like a couple of new jobs here and there. The whole landscape is changing. And the people who get it now, they're the ones who'll be set.
Totally. It's like everyone got this map to a gold rush,
Okay.
but they're all still using paper maps. Haha.
Speaking of maps, this document we're looking at, 20 ways to make money in the new digital economy. It throws out a crazy stat right away. 39% of the U.S. workforce was freelancing in 2023. That's not just a number that's like a huge E change. It's a huge E change. It means how we think about work is totally different. That 9 to 5 thing is fading out. What we see now is the independent worker on the rise.
And the best part, freelancing isn't just for like artists and designers anymore, though those folks are doing amazingly well. This document talks about how much businesses need certain skills. Cybersecurity, blockchain development. We're talking real money here, like serious earning potential.
No doubt. And the key thing now is you got to specialize. You're not just competing with people in your town anymore. It's global. So constantly getting better at your thing, staying ahead of the game. That's vital.
Find your superpower and then like keep leveling it up right. But it's not just about going on those freelance websites anymore. It's about you building a personal brand. That's where this whole creator economy boom comes in. I mean, everyone's heard the stories, YouTubers making millions. But what's the real deal?
So that's super competitive, but also huge EE opportunities. Just making content isn't enough anymore. It has to connect with people.
Yeah.
That's why understanding your audience, giving them something valuable, that's essential. Think about it. What are you into? What do you know that you could share?
See, this is what's so cool. It's not just about being Instagram famous. It could be you sharing how you fix up old furniture, teaching bread baking, whatever's your thing. It's that unique thing about you that makes the difference.
Exactly. Figure out your passion, then get creative on how to make money from it.
And do it. Right. Like you wouldn't open a bakery without amazing recipes. Same with a YouTube channel or an online course. Got to put in the work for quality.
100%. And that focus on quality. We see that everywhere in this new digital world, whether it's freelance content creation, e-commerce, you name it.
And when you think about e-commerce, it's crazy how these platforms like Shopify, they've like totally changed the game, made it so easy to make an online store, like almost as easy as ordering food online.
Seriously. You don't have to be a tech genius anymore to have a good-looking store. And you can be selling stuff to people worldwide practically overnight.
Right. You don't need to build a website yourself, find a warehouse, store your products. Speaking of which, have you heard of this drop shipping thing? It's wild. So imagine someone buys like a cool retro clock from your website, right? But it actually ships straight from the company that makes it. You never even touch the product.
Drop shipping is amazing for starting out in e-commerce without needing much money up front. Lets you test out different products and niches without having to buy tons of stock.
Yeah. Okay, but here's the thing. And this is true for anything online, really. You gotta have a plan. Just having a good product isn't enough anymore. You need to know who you're selling to now. Get them to your store.
And make them happy customers. It's all about trust building a brand people connect with.
Couldn't agree more. Having a strong online presence and happy customers, that's how you build loyal customers who keep coming back. And of course, social media is huge EE now. Talking to your audience, running targeted ads, that's where the magic really happens.
Yeah, it's like opening a shop in a busy market. You gotta stand out from the crowd.
Speaking of busy markets, what about platforms like Etsy? That seems like a whole different world.
Etsy's interesting because it's so specific, right? Handmade stuff, vintage finds. It's a great example of how these platforms are getting better at connecting the right buyers and sellers.
And the reach is global. Someone in the middle of nowhere can sell their crafts to someone on the other side of the world. But let's say crafting isn't really your thing. You're more of a tech person. This document we're looking at, it mentions digital marketing consulting as a huge opportunity, which makes sense, right? Every business is trying to figure out this online thing.
For sure. The need for people who really gate digital marketing, it's only growing. SEO experts, social media strategists, people who do PPC ads, they're the ones who guide businesses through this online world and help them reach the right people.
Because it's not enough to just have a website these days. You got to make sure it actually shows up when someone searches for like best pizza near me or whatever. That's SEO, right?
Exactly. And it's not a one-time thing either. It needs constant work, keeping an eye on things. Those algorithms that decide what shows up in searches, they change all the time.
It's all about the data now, for sure. But you know what's interesting? Even with all this talk about algorithms and analytics, being genuine is more important than ever, especially when it comes to affiliate marketing.
Absolutely. At its heart, affiliate marketing is about recommending things you actually use and like.
Yes.
It's about using your credibility to connect your audience with products they'll find useful.
Okay, so picture this. You're super passionate about like sustainable living, right?
Yeah.
You've got a blog or a YouTube channel where you talk about it and recommend products. With affiliate marketing, every time someone clicks your special link and buys something, like that bamboo toothbrush you recommended, you get a little commission, like a little thank you for sharing something you believe in.
And being upfront about it is key. Your audience should know you get a little something for recommending, but it really all comes back to being genuine.
Yeah.
People can tell when you're faking it. What really works is real enthusiasm and a history of giving good recommendations.
So true. And if we're on the topic of sharing knowledge and all that, we have to talk about online education. These platforms like Udemy, Coursera, this document makes it clear they are huge E. Like the whole world's become a classroom.
It really is amazing how accessible and big online education has become. We went from learning in actual classrooms to anyone with internet being able to learn from experts anywhere.
And it's not just the usual school subjects anymore. There are courses on everything. Maybe you're awesome at woodworking, coding, gardening, whatever your thing is, why not teach it online? Make a course and share it.
Such a good way to use your knowledge to make money and make a difference. And it's not just making courses either. Online coaching and consulting are also blowing up, and those are way more personalized.
Yeah, it's like having a personal coach, but for anything you can think of, your career, your business, even just like personal stuff. And it's all online.
Exactly. We can connect with people from all over the world now, which is really cool. And that reminds me of something else where location is becoming meaningless, NFTs and the metaverse.
Okay, so full disclosure, when I first heard about NFTs, I thought it was like that Beanie Baby craze, a fad. But then I started reading about people buying virtual art music, even virtual land, and I was like, wait a minute, this could be huge.
It's definitely a whole new way of thinking about ownership online. And while it's still early, there's so much potential. Imagine owning the rights to a song that goes viral online, or a piece of digital art that becomes super valuable, or even a shop in a metaverse world.
Yeah, it's like the Wild West, but online instead of gold, it's digital stuff. Exciting and a little scary at the same time, right? Like, where do you even start?
That's where it all comes back to learning and keeping up with the trends. This document we've been talking about, it really stresses how important that is, especially with stuff like NFTs and the metaverse, which are changing so fast.
So it's not even just about learning one new skill, it's about being curious and able to adapt. Because who even knows what the next big thing will be? Maybe it hasn't been invented yet.
Exactly. The online world is always changing, so being able to learn and adapt is key. But that's what makes it exciting too. There are always new chances popping up for people willing to try new things.
You know what's really cool about all this? You don't need a ton of money or a fancy degree to get started. We've talked about 20 different ways to make money in this new digital economy. And a lot of them just need an internet connection and some good old-fashioned hard work.
So true. Things are changing fast, and that means more opportunities for everyone. It doesn't matter if you're a creative person, a techie, an entrepreneur, there's a place for you in this new world.
So to everyone listening, I hope you're as fired up about this as I am. But even more than that, I hope you're ready to take action. You don't have to become a millionaire overnight selling stuff online or collecting NFTs.
Start small. Figure out what you're passionate about and find a way to make money from it. Test things out, learn as you go, and don't be scared to mess up sometimes.
Because even when things don't go perfectly, those are learning experiences too. So go out there, try new things, and as always, happy earning.